Hi there, I'm Ben. I'm here to review the basic silicone STP as found, well, formerly found on Packer Locker. Now I think the only place you can get it is Transwear, since Packer Locker stopped carrying TSW's line of things. They apparently have an order minimum now, so they can't just drop ship one item at a time. This is not to be confused with the basic Bro STP. That's a little more expensive. This is pretty much cheap as you can get almost. It's about 20 bucks. I got mine for maybe 17 or 18. It was about 25 shipped. This is the small flesh pink and soft version. So I was worried about getting the boner look in my pants, and so I picked smaller and squishier, and I'm kind of regretting that decision now, because even though I looked at a ruler before I bought it at 4 inches, and it's actually about 5.5 if you include this little part back here, but it's still way smaller than I anticipated. Somehow it just looks smaller in my pants, I guess. That's what she said. There you go. That's the right side of the ruler, but it's super squishy. There's really no firmness at all to it. It's also very porous and kind of tacky. There's lots of little air bubbles, which they look like just little dimples kind of, but once you squeeze it you can see that they're actually little holes. There's also one big one right here. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see that, but I'm trying. So yeah, build quality seems pretty good. I didn't expect much realism here. I don't really plan to whip my dick out and show it to many people, so I wasn't too worried about that. I just wanted something functional. There's a couple bars that I go to where either the guy's bathroom only has urinals and no stalls at all, or the stalls don't shut or lock at all. So rather than have someone walk in on me while I'm, got my girly bits out, I want something to at least be facing the right direction. Yeah, this thing, I really can't overstate just how squishy this is. I would definitely buy the firm if I bought it again, even though I was super worried about boners. You really can't see it in your pants at all, which, if that's what you're going for, which it kind of was for me, but it still just feels kind of weird. I actually kind of can't tell where it is sometimes. There's the opening. It's nice and big. It does flow pretty well, pretty quickly. Let me show you the hole in this end too. There's like half a second where you can see the light coming through it, but there you go. I would say it keeps up. I tried running it under the sink, and if the stream is about that wide, it'll keep up and it'll flow straight through without overflowing. Unfortunately, when it comes to actually peeing, you guys are not going to benefit from the lack of my experience, because this is the first STP I've ever tried to use. So I really can't tell you if it's because of the product or just because of me. I'm going to keep practicing and I'll check back in with you guys, but so far I'm at 1 out of 4 successes. Luckily people told me beforehand to practice in the shower. What I didn't realize was that when things didn't go well, that would result in me having to take a complete shower because it got all over my legs, unfortunately. But I am really clean for the past 4 days. I think I got it Thursday or Friday. So there it is. I really wish I could tell you whether it's a problem with the product or with me. It's probably just me, honestly. So I wouldn't let that stop you from buying it. If you want to buy it, I would definitely go with the larger and the firmer version now, because this is super squishy. There was a little defect when I got it. You probably aren't going to be able to see it, but it looked like a little string embedded near the opening, but when I picked it out of there, it was little white stuff. It wasn't plaster, but it might have been part of the mold from the pouring. But that kind of made me a little squicky. But otherwise, no complaints really. I just need to L2 STP. Alright, thanks guys. I may or may not do more reviews after this. I don't know. Have a good night.